Hi, this review is for the HIPPIH, that is HIPPIH, brand RENPHO model, RENPHO. And that name is important, it'll show up in a minute. Consumer grade bathroom scale. The scale provides the measurements of weight, BMI, or body mass index, fat-free body weight, subcutaneous fat, and visceral fat, all of which are made available on an app for your iPhone or your Android. I'm not going to go into the unboxing and the battery installation, both of which are obvious and in my experience a waste of video time. Installation of the app was straightforward as well. All you have to do is search for RENPHO, R-E-N-P-H-O, in your app store and then install it. I've had the scale for about a week now, and I have some thoughts. First, it took me a while before I could get the scale to pair with my phone. What I finally figured out was that the scale's range to my phone, which is a Pixel 2 XL, so it's a fairly new phone, is extremely limited. If I don't have the phone literally right next to the scale, that is, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet, it won't connect. I solved that by setting the phone on a windowsill right next to the scale. Next, I want to talk about, I want to say a word about bioimpedance analysis, or BIA. Most of this I've obtained from a Wikipedia article, although I already knew some of it. In general, bioimpedance analysis involves measuring the body's electrical resistance via electrodes connected to the feet, or via electrodes connected to the feet and hands. Most consumer grade scales, most, not all, most consumer grade scales measure impedance via the feet only method. This involves standing in bare feet, no shoes, socks, pantyhose, all that stuff, and bare feet on the scale. Then the device what the device actually measures is total body water, and what it does is it puts out an electrical current which runs through your body, and it's, there's 3 AAA batteries. There's no danger, you're not going to get shocked or burned or anything. But so it passes this current through your body, and then measures the body's impedance to that current, resistance to the current. And then using the height of the person on the scale, which you put into the app, estimates fat-free body mass, which is then subtracted from total body weight to provide body fat. And then finally, BMI, or body mass index, is computed using a standard formula which you can find on the NIH website. It's all over the internet. But it's not important because the scale does it for you, the app does it for you. So, like I said, the scale took me a while. It took me a while to get the phone to pair to the scale on Bluetooth, but I finally solved that by putting the phone next to the scale. Otherwise, the rest of the setup is pretty obvious. As with most other, I guess probably all of the BIA scales, it asks if you're an athlete, because your body composition is going to be significantly different than if you're a couch potato like me. And I guess if you don't know the answer to that question, you're not an athlete. So the next issue is how to use it. When I first used it, I stepped on it and then stepped off, which forced it into cow mode, as you can see here. I'm going to do it right now. Just step on it, and then it goes into cow mode, and then zeros, and now it's ready for use. The part that took me a while to figure out was that the phone needs to be next to the scale. And stand on the scale as stably as you can. This scale seems to be less sensitive to that than almost all other scales I've ever used, or all other consumer grade scales. But anyway, so once the thing has been calibrated, all you do is, when you get up in the morning, step on the scale, and it will measure your weight, and then it'll flash, then some zeros. I hope you can see, and then there you go. That's the weight. And then if you have your app open next to the phone, which I can't do. If I have the app open, the phone won't record. If I have the phone and record, the app won't listen to the scale. But take my word for it, with the app open and sitting fairly close to the scale, once you have weighed yourself, excuse me, the app will show immediately your weight and BMI, body fat, fat-free body weight, subcutaneous, that is below the skin fat, and visceral fat. It also, and this is kind of cool, shows the difference in pounds between the current measurement and a reference measurement that you select. That is, if you decide that you want to start your weight program, that is your weight reduction, presumably, program, on January 1st, you would set January 1st as a reference, and then if you come back and use the scale on January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it will show you the differences between your current measurements and those that were taken on your reference date, or in this case, January 1st. So I think that was cool. One of the other things that I found very important was the consistency of the scale from measurement to measurement. This one is really, really good. Like if you step on the scale 5 times, it will show you the same, in a single session, it will show you the same weight. That's hugely different from any other scale I've ever used, any other consumer grade scale. In that the one that I replaced this one with, it would take me 5 or 6 times to get 3 weights in a row that were consistent. It was all over the map. So I really like that. So for my conclusion is, for a $30 scale, I paid $29.95 for it on Amazon, but so essentially $30. So for a $30 scale, I think it's well worth the money, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm finding it useful to me. So I hope you enjoyed the review. If you like it, hit subscribe, because I have other videos which are not there are reviews, or there are going to be reviews, and there are also some videos on how to do things fast. For example, I did one a couple of months ago on how to clean a paint roller fast. Paint rollers are horrible, and I mean, for me, cleaning them, they're a pain in the ass. But I came up with a way to clean a roller in less than 30 seconds, and it's interesting. It's a little funny, I think, as it turned out. I didn't intend it to be that way, but it's, I think, educational. Also, I have one on how to strip laminate from the countertop fast, and some other ones. So how to peel a fresh hard-boiled egg fast. Hard-boiled eggs are a pain, and there are a number of videos on the internet that show how to do it, but there are very few of them that show how to do a fresh egg, which is much more difficult than one that's been sitting around for 2 weeks. So anyway, thank you for watching, if you watched this far, and I hope you enjoy your scale if you bought one, or if you buy one. Thanks, bye.